Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Romano claims that Arsenal player Cedric Soares could leave this month. Fabrizio Romano has claimed there is a possibility Arsenal defender Cedric Soares could yet leave the Emirates Stadium this month. The 31-year-old joined the Gunners in 2020. He initially arrived on loan from Southampton in January before signing permanently in the summer. Cedric has been a backup for much of his time at Arsenal. He has made 59 appearances for Mikel Arteta's side. The Portuguese is a popular member of the squad, and Arteta has praised him on multiple occasions. However, the player has fallen further down the pecking order this season. Ben White has established himself at right back, and Takehiro Tomiyasu, the previous first choice at right back, offers superb cover and competition. Fulham have been trying to sign Cedric, but according to the Evening Standard, the move is being held up by the player's wage demands. Fabrizio Romano has now provided an update on the state of play involving Arsenal and Cedric. He told Cout Offside the following: "It's a possibility for Cedric Soares to leave Arsenal this month. Fulham wants Cedric, but there is still no agreement with Arsenal. It depends on the salary, but there is also no agreement on that yet. Arsenal are also keen to make sure they have an alternative if Cedric leaves. If White and Tomiyasu remain fit, Cedric is not really needed. In this case, it will be better for him at this stage of his career if he can go and play regularly somewhere." Admittedly, an injury to either of Arteta's main right-backs, combined with a Cedric departure, could come back to haunt Arsenal. However, there is only so long you can keep committed players on the bench as cover for so long. Cedric turns 32 this year. He is heading into the twilight of his professional career, and you can't blame him for wanting to play regular football again as soon as possible. Arsenal fans receive good news on the progress of Gabriel Jesus' injury. Arsenal supporters were disappointed to learn that Gabriel Jesus had sustained an injury while on international duty for the Brazil national football team. Gabriel Jesus has instantly become a fan favorite at Arsenal despite not scoring many goals as other clubs' strikers, because he has brought some incredible spark to the attack of the North Londoners that helps other in midfield and wings to get on the score sheet. A report by the Evening Standards claimed that Arsenal's striker Gabriel Jesus has made progress in his road to recovery, as he is now walking without crutches, but instead is now wearing a knee brace, which is a significant step in his rehabilitation. The report, however, says that Arsenal are not yet willing to give an expected return timeline, and that the consensus at the club is that they will not rush him back to the pitch. Arsenal supporters are obviously missing Gabriel Jesus, as he was one of their best players pre-World Cup, but his replacement Edin Ketia has been incredible in the matches that he has played after the injury of the Brazilian international. AC Milan are interested in Arsenal striker Folarin Balogun. AC Milan want to sign Arsenal striker Folarin Balogun. The England youth international is spending the season on loan in League One with Reims, scoring 10 goals in 16 games and breaking a number of records at the French club. With only Neymar and Kylian Mbappe involved in more goal actions in the French top flight, it's no wonder his performances have caught the eye of other clubs. He is under contract with the Gunners until 2025, but the club may consider selling him if they can get good value for him, something they have been very poor at in the recent past. Although he is due back at the Emirates at the end of the season, there is no obvious first team path for him, with Gabriel Jesus established as the main striker, and with his deputy Edin Ketia beginning to find the goals in the Brazilian's absence through injury. Born in the USA, Balogun is also qualified to play for them and could still opt to make the switch should they request his services. Danny Murphy surprised Arsenal let Nicolas Pepe leave last summer. Danny Murphy has told TalkSport that he was surprised that Arsenal allowed Nicolas Pepe to leave in the summer, suggesting that he would have a role to play in the current squad if he was still at the Emirates. Pepe sealed a loan move to Nice after a tough time with the Gunners. The Ivorian had never been able to vindicate the club's decision to make him their record signing, only showing glimpses of his quality. It seemed to be a sensible move to loan him out in the summer. Arsenal are never going to recoup the full amount for the forward, so giving him a chance to leave and play regularly opened the door for Pepe to potentially build his value back up ahead of a permanent sale, and he has done well back in France. He has scored 6 goals in 20 games in all competitions, and he is playing regularly, so it's hard to have too many complaints with Arsenal's decision to let him go. However, with Arsenal now working to bolster their attacking option in this window, Murphy has suggested that letting Pepe leave may have been an error, and he hinted that Arsenal may need to think about sacrificing their Europa League campaign to put all their eggs in the Premier League basket. He told TalkSport the following: "I was surprised, and you might disagree with this because I know he was up and down, but I was surprised they let Pepe go. Quick, skillful, he does give you a goal. When they are back in the Europa League, I would be tempted to dismiss that." Arsenal fans will likely disagree with Murphy when it comes to Pepe. Unfortunately, there were too many false downs during his time at the Emirates. Just around the time when it appeared that he may have turned a corner, Pepe would then become anonymous in games again. Signing Mykhailo Mudryk would hand Arsenal a timely boost after their amazing start, and if the Gunners bring in the Ukrainian, they will clearly see him having a huge ceiling. Unfortunately, Pepe does not have that, so letting him go was surely the right call, even if life would probably be a little easier for Arteta right now if he had another attacking option up his sleeve. Boost for Arsenal as their target Joao Felix was left out of matchday squad. Joao Felix has been left out of the Atletico Madrid squad for their Spanish Cup match against Real Oviedo yesterday, as reported by the Daily Mail. The Portuguese attacker is a target for Arsenal this month as they search for firepower after losing Gabriel Jesus to an injury that could keep him out for around 3 months. Felix has fallen out with his manager, Diego Simeone, and Atletico is now prepared to allow him to leave after backing their manager. Arsenal and Manchester United won the attacker in the Premier League after the latter lost Cristiano Ronaldo. However, he could be priced out of a move as his club wants a huge transfer fee and he wants a big salary. Leaving him out of their latest squad could be because a discussion is taking place with another club. Felix has been one of the finest attackers in Europe since he broke onto the scene and will do an amazing job for us if we add him to the group. The attacker has done well for Atleti so far despite their defensive style of play and could do better and thrive if he moves to London. Fabrizio Romano provides update on Barcelona forward Ferran Torres, who's been linked with Arsenal transfer. Arsenal have been linked with Ferran Torres, but Barcelona do not plan to sell anyone this January, with most changes to their squad likely to come in the summer, according to Fabrizio Romano in the daily briefing exclusively for Count Offside. The Spain international looked a terrific prospect at Valencia, earning a big move to Manchester City. Though he didn't play regularly at the Etihad Stadium and moved to Barcelona. Now, there is some speculation about Torres again, as he is not exactly made the biggest impact at Barca, with Dean Jones telling Give Me Sport that Arsenal asked about him in the summer and are now exploring the situation again. Still, Romano seems unconvinced by these transfer rumors, saying he doesn't expect Torres or other players to leave the Camp Nou this January. He said the following: "Barcelona want to keep Ferran Torres. There are currently no negotiations for him. Their aim is to keep the same squad until the end of the season and then change some players again in July," Romano said. Arsenal could do with making signings in attack this winter after the injury to Gabriel Jesus, but it looks like Torres isn't a realistic option for the club right now. The Gunners are top of the Premier League table, but lack the depth of their rivals Manchester City, with most fans and pundits making Pep Guardiola's side the favourites to win the title. Arsenal have a very real chance of signing Dusan Vlahovic in the summer, says the journalist. Journalist Dean Jones has claimed that Arsenal have next to no chance of signing Dusan Vlahovic this month, but it could be very different in the summer. The Serbian has been on Arsenal's radar for well over a year now. Mikel Arteta was desperate to sign him this time last year, but he went and joined Juventus instead for £67 million. That move hasn't worked out, and Juventus' financial problems problems could open the door for the Gunners to get their man later this year. It wasn't just last year that Vlahovic was of interest to Arsenal. The Serbian has been heavily linked with a move to the Emirates in the January transfer window as well. Corriere dello Sport revealed last week that the Juventus man is still wanted by the Gunners, who are also reportedly interested in Atletico Madrid striker Joao Felix. Vlahovic, a proven goal scorer, would be a sensational signing for the Gunners, but Jones believes there is slim to no chance of this happening in the next few weeks. However, he claims Arsenal have a real chance of signing him at the end of this season. Jones told Give Me Sport, "I'm still told the chances of getting Vlahovic in this window are slim to no chance, but at the end of the season, if Arsenal maintain this kind of form, they will be capable of pretty much anything in the transfer market. Juventus are very unsettled at the moment, and I think there is a very real chance top talent will be available from them in the summer." Vlahovic would be absolutely amazing for Arsenal, but the Gunners need him now, not in 6 months' time. Arteta's men have lost Gabriel Jesus to a serious injury, and he isn't expected to be back for another 2 months. That leaves them short up front, which makes a new striker a necessity immediately. Once Jesus returns from his injury, Arsenal's need for a new striker will be very little, as Edin Ketia is more than a decent backup for the Brazilian. Signing Vlahovic is always tempting, be it now or in the summer, but if Arsenal can't get him this month, we just can't see them going in for him at the end of this season. Shakhtar Donetsk sent Arsenal warning with Edu in talks to sign Mykhailo Mudryk. Shakhtar Donetsk have warned Arsenal that they are willing to walk away from talks over selling Mykhailo Mudryk until the summer. That is because the Gunners have already made 2 bids which have fallen below their asking price, and if the next one is not up to scratch, they have already sent Edu a warning as per Goal. The Ukrainian outfit have always put it out there that they want to get a really high fee if they do sell their unstoppable winger. Donetsk could postpone the talk until the summer, and they have reportedly told Arsenal they would have no problem doing that. The issue for Arsenal is that they seemingly want and need another player to add impetus to their title challenge right now, but they also do not want to get lured into an auction where their bid for the Ukrainian goes up and they risk a costly transfer mistake. Arsenal's transformation under Arteta has been based on smart business for young players at relatively reasonable prices. They still have not offloaded their current record signing Nicolas Pepe, who came in under Unai Emery but has failed to hit the heights at the Emirates Stadium. That shows the lingering impact expensive gambles can have, but of course if Mudryk comes in and helps Arsenal win the Premier League, their fans will view it as money well spent, whatever the price. The Independent revealed yesterday that Chelsea are now trying to hijack Arsenal's move for Mudryk as talks between the Gunners and Shakhtar continue over a fee. Chelsea apparently believe they can take advantage of the situation now, with Todd Bowley reportedly ready to blow them out of the water with a massive bid of their own. That has become a huge worry for Arsenal fans, who seemed convinced that Mudryk would become a Gunner. However, Simon Phillips claims that sources around the Ukrainian still believe he will end up at the Emirates despite Chelsea's attempts, the journalist told Give Me Sport. Chelsea hold an interest, but the feeling from sources is he has his heart set on joining Arsenal, and we expect that to happen. It feels a bit like Chelsea could be being used to get Arsenal to pay up for him, but that's my opinion. Arsenal need to hurry up. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news show, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.